I mean, and then a lot of times we equate him with like some sort of Billy Graham. Moses was more of a Martin Luther King than he was a Billy Graham because he had a heart for his own people, and God saw that. It's clear from this story that God didn't call Moses, as we're about to see, because he was talented. He didn't call him because of the way he looked. He didn't call him because of any position he had. He was a shepherd. He called Moses to free his people because of the heart he had for his own people. That's it. It was just his heart. Now, he was killed. He killed someone defending him because he loved them that much. I mean, as people, we care about things, but I don't know if we care about things like he did his Jewish brothers and sisters. But not always. Case in point. A couple months later, I was given some tickets at a huge discount to go to Monday Night Raw. I went to WWE Monday Night Raw. Anybody ever been? Anybody? Okay. It's not really what you think. I gotta be honest with you, when I was a kid, I was really into wrestling. I thought it was cool. When I was in high school, when Stone Cold was big, I was pretty into it, right? Not as into it now. I gotta be honest with you, I went, I had awesome seats. I mean, I'm over by the ring, you know, everybody's going crazy. Grown men are wearing T-shirts and dancing to their theme music. I gotta be honest, I didn't get it, okay? I didn't get it. If you like it, that's great. I see nothing wrong with that. I didn't get it. But I got to go for next to nothing. It was a night away from the kids. You know, that's always good. And everything was going fine. It's pretty easy to understand it, right? I mean, because what you got, you got the good guy and the bad guy. And nowhere else in life is that clear cut. Everybody's got some good, everybody's got some bad. Not in wrestling. This guy, evil. This guy, good. Usually, the guy who used to be good becomes bad. What's he do? Well, he grows a beard. That's how you know someone's evil. They grow a beard. So wives, if your husband grows a beard, he's becoming evil. Apparently. It's interesting, though. And I went because the situation was exactly right. I probably won't go back. Okay? It's the equivalent of this. There's something else I don't really understand that's part of the same kind of culture. NASCAR, okay? I know some of you are into NASCAR. Once again, nothing wrong with it. I don't really get it. A friend of mine was given tickets to go to NASCAR from a driver. It wasn't just tickets, though. He got to go into the pit crew with one of the drivers. And by the way, I have no idea who the driver's name was. But he got to go into the pit crew, and they were doing the whole thing, and they were going crazy. And even cool enough, he got to be the guy that slapped the cars that went down there, right? Because that's the only job I'd ever want to do. But once again, he said, I didn't really get it. Everybody else there, they knew the facts, they knew the figures about NASCAR, man, I didn't understand it. He said, I just went because the situation was exactly right. I have a fear sometimes about what we call the American church. Sometimes I think that we choose Jesus only when the situation is exactly right. We choose a church based upon the fact that it has good music, it has a dynamic speaker, it has the right programs, it has the right building, it has the right stuff for my kids. We'll choose Jesus as long as the situation is exactly right. But just like that, I see some people that are huge wrestling fans and I'm not. Sometimes you'll see that person who lives sacrificially. They live a generous life. They live giving out grace at all times. They don't really care if the situation is exactly right. They're not just fans. They're followers. We don't always have that heart about us. Later on in the story, this is the big thing that happens. Exodus chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. Now Moses was tending to the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the far side of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord on fire and it did not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush and said, "Take off your sandals, for this place where you are standing is holy ground." So Moses, he's not an Egyptian anymore. He's not the prince of Egypt anymore. He's just out herding sheep. That's his job. Now let me say something up front. I got a little bit of problem with farmers this morning, but I don't with shepherds. Okay? And the reason the farmers is they may lose some sleep. They didn't cause that. But I don't have a problem with shepherds. But I'm guessing this. I'm guessing Moses' 40-year plan wasn't staring at the backside of a sheep his whole life. I'm guessing where he was at right there from what he grew up in probably wasn't what he expected. I mean, he was the son of the Pharaoh. He was probably the most likely to succeed from Pyramid High School. Okay? This guy, he had a life that seemingly was perfect, and now he's a shepherd. And I don't exactly know what was going through his mind, but I'm thinking he probably thought, I'm probably destined for more. I mean, there's got to be more to my life, because my family, they got this going on, and this is me? Really? So he probably got up that morning, and just like every morning he did, he probably got up, he got his staff, he got his sandals, and he went out to just shepherd sheep. That was his idea. One of the dangers we face in life is what's called habituation. And it's a big word, and what it means is that you become basically in a rut in your life. And everything's the same. You don't even notice things that go on every day. You don't notice them, right? And if one different thing is entered in your environment, it can change that. Case in point, you ever had a pencil behind your ear and forgot it was there? Just didn't remember. You ever been wearing your glasses and forgot you're wearing your glasses and you look through your glasses and all of a sudden your glasses are there? It was a habit. It was something you do every day. He probably had that going. So Moses is up on a mountain, and he finally notices something new in his life. It was a bush that burned really hard, but it wasn't burning out. That was probably different for him. This event in his life is the event that was going to happen. It was the burning bush moment that changed his